Hello, Scott Feld here. Just sitting at my desk here today, and I'm thinking about yesterday when I had about 40 fifth graders in front of me, and they were there for a graduation event through my DJ company, my interactive DJ company, Extreme Fun. Now, I've committed myself to combining entertainment with empowerment. So sometimes I'm doing a course through Minds in Motion, but I'm making sure that it's fun. We use Play-Doh, we use kinetic sand, we do a scavenger hunt. I'm actually doing a scavenger hunt with middle schoolers today to put what you know how information into experience, action. So the scavenger hunt's a great way to do that. But yesterday it was entertainment as the main purpose. And we were doing a game show I created called Cooperative Chaos. It's physical, trivia, and creative challenges in 3 rounds. Some of the games are like hoop wiggle, where you have to get a hoop going around your circle without breaking the chain of your hands. It's a race, dance contest, disco, rock and roll, ballet, hip hop. How well do you know a friend? Name that tune, finish the lyrics. Well, we'd gotten through 2 of the rounds, and they get points, and it's a competition. We set the context knowing that at the end, one team's going to have more points than the other, but mostly we're here to celebrate your graduation and have fun. So we set that context so we can always revert back to it as needed. But they were great. They're going through it. They're having tons and tons of fun. But then we get into that 3rd round. It's activity Jenga. It's giant Jenga. You have to pull a block. It might have something written on it. You have to do the challenge. It's a pretty close game. If no team knocks it down, it's the first team to 10. There's a way they get points. And so here we are. And it is 9-7, and a girl comes up and she accidentally uses 2 hands, which you can only use 1 at a time. So she has to put that one back and do another one. Through all of that process, she didn't actually knock it down making a move. And as I was resetting it, I actually knocked it down. Well, you can imagine in that moment, it's like, what happens? So I make a decision. I go, well, we're going to go with the 9-7 score. Okay, that's going to be our final score. This team won. And of course, there's all the, wait, what about, it's not fair. Of course, would have done the same thing in 5th grade. So in that moment, we took a second and I empowered. I took a moment to empower, and I said, things sometimes happen in life. You know that. More things are going to happen, maybe bigger things, depending on what you're up to. And in those moments where things happen, we either go unfair, and then what it is that we're complaining about actually has the power over us. It starts taking the energy and the air out of us. So the next thing we go into with a different attitude, a different body language, a different energy, and we don't do as well. If we allow that to continue, and I'm sharing that with them, and I go, this is your moment. You can either allow this unfortunate thing that happened take over, but you still have 2 more challenges to go, and we have this really close match going. And this is kind of like, in that moment of life when you're up to big things and you have something up in front of you and you want to get going, you want to get there, but then something happens, it's unexpected, and it kind of takes you down a little bit. Are you going to keep going down with it, or in that moment are you going to conquer? So we talk about turning complaints into conquering, where you take the power and you go, okay, that happened, moving on. Not just moving on, but moving on with more energy, more power, so that you can ultimately reach your goal. And they got it in that moment. They actually took the power over the situation. And you saw these 5th graders go, all right, 2 more challenges, here we go. And they went right through the end of it, which was a finish the lyrics game, which they did amazing. And then they put on these talent shows. And at the end, I never know who wins, because I put all the points up on the board. And then I say, I'm going to have the teachers take a picture and bring it back to your class, and you guys can turn it into a little math lesson, and you can add it all up. Because for me, it was all about celebrating with you guys, and it was all about the fun. And so then they get to leave celebrating, turn on Shut Up and Dance, let them all sing out loud and dance all together to uniform it, to bring it all together. And they all leave in this really powerful, positive vibration, which, couple of the promises that I that I make. One is that we're raising the vibration in the KidNation. We did that. We did it mostly through entertainment. We added the empowerment. Today when I teach my class and we do the scavenger hunt, it's going to be empowerment, but we're going to have fun doing it. There's your entertainment. So that's how we're combining it. That's how we're raising that vibration, but that's also how we're making unstoppable and unmesswithable kids, because they're going to know when something happens, they have the inner power to change it, move forward, bust through, whatever it is for them. So thanks for listening.